Welcome back to the Lightspeed Social Agency YouTube channel. I am Cody Owen. Hey, I want to talk to you today about one simple change you can make to your website, to your estimating process that is going to increase your conversion rate to 57%. That is a number backed by data. I'm going to be getting into that as we go through the video here. But I want to set that expectation at the outset. If I told you that we could increase your conversion rate to 57%, almost 60%, you'd probably be pretty interested in making that change. And so I have some great news. I made this video specifically to address that. This is not clickbait. We're going to get there. Okay, stay tuned. We're going to dive deeper into this. In the meantime, like this video if you want to grow a super profitable, higher converting business. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and let's go. Okay, in marketing, we often talk about this idea of friction. That is the idea that your people who become aware of your business and they hit your website, they're working their way down a funnel, right? And any opportunity to exit the funnel, to slow them down between becoming aware of you and becoming a customer, that is friction, right? Anything that slows their slide down that greasy funnel is what we would call friction. So that is like a lot of lawn care businesses rely on phone calls. Picking up the phone and dialing, that's friction. That's why you have a call to or a click to call button on your website that makes that a little bit easier if the person wants to call, if a call is not friction to them. But a lot of people, especially as people in their, now in their 30s and stuff, they don't want to call on the phone. They're coming into home ownership. If you know that you're in an outlier suburb that's new construction, you got a lot of younger people out there, they probably want a way to do this on your website. And so a lot of lawn care companies then will have a quote form that the person submits. It says, thanks for submitting, we'll get back to you. That waiting period is friction. That waiting period is an opportunity for them to go to the next company and get a quote from them. It's an opportunity for them to, maybe they give up, they pick up the phone, they call the next company. That company gives them a price immediately over the phone, and bam, the first company to get them a price is probably going to get the sale. So especially if you're taking 1 to 2 days to get back and they're not getting that quote within a couple hours, maybe you have a virtual assistant that can get them that quote really, really quickly. That can be good enough. Like a lot of companies stop there at, hey, we get our quote out in, a couple of hours. That is the window we're comfortable with. But that 1 to 2 hours, that's friction that we can fight against. I want to talk to you today about how to fight against that to get you instant pricing on your website for your core services. So weed and fert or mowing, either of those, we want to get people, we want to avoid that 1 to 2 hour friction point even. We want our process as frictionless as possible. So most lawn care businesses have built themselves to be frictionless right until the customer requests the quote, and then we have a manual step. Even companies that have systematized pricing that know just, anybody who can look at the square footage of the lawn, look at the square footage of the lot, and then follow a Excel spreadsheet or a pricing matrix and find the price and then do it. Like anybody could do that. You could have a third grader help you do that. Even companies that have built it to that point, it's still a manual process. Somebody is measuring the lawn and then finding the price on that rate matrix. So what we want to talk about today is instant quotes, providing a customer with a quote as quickly as possible, giving them an instant price without you having to lift a finger, and then they can close the deal also with you having to lift a finger. If they're just happy with the price and ready to go, then we don't have to do anything, and that's fantastic for us. Okay, so the easiest and most error-prone method of instant pricing is to provide a blanket price for a subdivision. Kind of build out, inflate your price a little bit to cover when you have an average lot size in the neighborhood. Maybe some are a little bit smaller, so you'll be making more profit on them. You'll have some a little bigger, you might lose a little bit on them, but on average, you have a price for the average lot size in the subdivision, and maybe you can tweak if the lawn's particularly difficult. This isn't what I'd recommend, but it is a low-tech solution to this problem. And you can get things done really quickly, reduce some friction in your funnel, get that pricing in front of them. All they have to do is reply to the email saying, yes, I want to sign up. That can be a decent solution here. That said, there are a number of tools that enable you to provide instant pricing to customers based on their actual turf square footage, which is going to lead to more accurate, guaranteed to be profitable quotes based on your systematized pricing. And that's where I want you to live. That's the best place to live here. So my personal favorite tool for this is Simple Estimate. This is the guys over at Simple Growth, Josh Allen, who is heading up the project over there. He's been on our podcast. I'll link that. Josh is a former client of Lightspeed when he owned his lawn care business that he has since sold and gone to work to help bring Simple Estimate to market. Josh is a great guy. I know that we mesh as far as marketing philosophy, and so I feel really, really confident endorsing Simple Estimate from what I have seen of the way that it's working and talking to guys who have used it for their business this past year. Simple Estimate lets customers color in their lawn. So they're on their phone, they just use their finger to color in the green area on the map of their home. Then you can price them out for mowing, weed and fert, aeration, fall cleanups, all at once, right? It just makes it super easy for them. You're creating a shopping cart experience for your lawn care business. You're making yourself look like a premium provider, and also you're making it feel like e-commerce. You're going to increase your average spend per customer. They're going to be like, yeah, I probably should just go ahead and add weed and fert. I do want my lawn to look like that, that kind of thing. So most customers, like I said earlier, are going to go with the lawn care company that gets them a quote the fastest, right? That's who is going to win this game, is whoever can get a price in front of the customer the fastest. By the time they're requesting a quote, unless the quote is just dramatically out of line with their expectations, maybe they thought this was going to be a $15 a week thing because they've never priced out having their lawn mowed before. Maybe it's their first home purchase. So they could have a totally unreasonable expectation. But most people who are hiring you to mow their lawn or do weed and fert, they've had another company do it in the past, and they've already decided that they like you enough to request a quote. As long as your price is in line with what they expect, they're going to take you up on it probably. So we want to get you in front of them as quickly as possible, because if you can get in front of them first, you're going to get the sale, right? So this is, if we've talked about marketing as a system, and we have your website as your 24/7 sales front, everything you're doing to drive more traffic to the website, anything that we can do to make the website to eke out another 10% on your conversion rate there, just 10% more people requesting a quote is going to translate to 10% more clients in the business, right? Your conversion rate is going to stay the same based on your pricing and all of that. So this is really, really powerful. I want to dive into some hard data here as we come toward the end of the video. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Like the video if you have not yet. That just really helps out the channel. And let me know if you have an instant pricing tool that you're using. If you're using one of the other tools that does this, let me know in the comments. I'd love to do a deep dive on it. Maybe have you on the podcast. And leaving a comment down below engages with the video and tells YouTube that it is content that people care about. So that just helps out the channel, and it helps us grow a community here. So please comment down below. I respond to everybody who leaves a comment. Okay, so here is what Simple Estimate did to do a case study with some clients this year. The client sent out a mailer to a specific neighborhood. So they're using the hyperlocal strategy that we talk about all the time here. Mailers to a specific subdivision. It had a QR code that linked to the company's website and immediately got them into Simple Estimate, into getting an instant pricing quote. So they had an 8% response rate. It's easily tracked because it scans of the code. You know when that link resolves, you know exactly how many people did that. They end up closing 57% of those quote requests, and they're closing them faster than on their previous method, right? They have an average client acquisition cost from this campaign, including the cost of mailers and the cost of using the software tool. They have an average client cost of $30. That is obscene. It makes me angry as a lawn care marketer. These are the kind of results that I love to deliver for customers, and I want you to be able to deliver them either in your business yourself or to just get this benefit. This is bringing in so many more quote requests, and you're successfully closing more of them because you're first to get in front of these people, that it's reducing your client acquisition cost. And that is what I love to see as a digital marketer. Okay, they generated $10,000 in revenue in 2 months. The business paid $150 a month for Simple Estimate. They used it for 2 months as part of this case study. So that's $300 software cost for this. And including the cost of mailers, that is a 19 times return on their spend. That is fantastic return on a marketing campaign. Absolutely beautiful stuff. This is the kind of ROI on a campaign that is like my dream to see as a digital marketer, as someone working in the green industry. It's fantastic. This is kind of a no-brainer. If you don't have an instant pricing tool on your website, you're missing out on sales, plain and simple. There's no two ways about it. You're going to lose to a lawn care business that's able to get a quote to them faster. And that could be, if you don't have a virtual assistant that's sending out those quotes within 1 to 2 hours, another company in your market probably does have that and is getting it out. If you follow the advice on this channel, you are tuning up all aspects of your marketing engine, right? We have kind of those 5 core things that I talked about in the $7 million marketing system. I'll link that so that you can watch it. You probably outrank a lot of your competitors on Google if you're doing the things here, especially automating Google reviews for the business. That means that you're probably outranking those competitors on Google. A customer could hit your website first, get a quote from you first, and they don't even have a reason to talk to a competitor. They like your website, they like the pictures, they see that you do good stuff, they've seen reviews from you, and the price comes in immediately. They don't even have time to think about, maybe I should get 2 or 3 quotes. Why would they? The price is what they expected, the work looks good, you have quality reviews, you're in the door. They don't need to go anywhere else. So you don't need to give them time to think, you need to give them a reason to act now. So if you don't have an instant pricing solution for your website, I really, really encourage you to get with Josh. I'll have a link down below where you can schedule a demo with the Simple Estimate team and go over, see if it's a good fit for your business. I think that it will really help you out, and they have always been longtime supporters of Lightspeed, and I love that Josh is over there now doing big things. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.